Hello guys, I'm Chirag and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be making a Scribblebot. So first of all, you guys might be thinking, what's a Scribblebot? So a Scribblebot is basically a machine that rolls or draws on a paper and make random squirrels or patterns, and it creates a different design every time. But today we are going to be making a Scribblebot in Scratch. So basically a virtual Scribblebot. So let's begin. So first of all, we need to change the cat to another sprite or another character. So I'll delete that. Then I'll upload a different sprite. So you can paint one, but I've selected a sprite that's available in the sprite library. So let's search for it. So it's basically a pencil, and usually a Scribblebot has a lot of pencils or 3 to 4 markers basically attached together, but this is going to be one pencil and it will do the job of 3 to 4 pencils. Okay, so I don't need the second costume because like you can keep whichever you want, but for me the first one is good, so I'll keep that. And also I'll center the sprite, I mean the nib of the pencil. I'll make sure that it is in the center, so let's do that. So I can see the center right over there. I'm adjusting it with my arrow keys because it's more easy with my arrow keys, but you can do it with your like you can drag it after selecting it. So there you go, that's done. Okay, so now I'll go in the code. Okay, so first of all, if we need to draw in Scratch, we will need a pen or sort of something that draws. So the requirement is basically when this character moves like that, wherever this goes, it leaves a trail of pencil marks behind it. So for that, the bottom left corner, you can see this plus button, so I'll click on that. So that's basically adding extensions, and then I'll go to pen, like the second option. So this version is Scratch 2.0, but if you're in Scratch version 3.0, then you don't need to do this. But I'm using Scratch 2.0 because I can find it easily. So yeah, I will need to add an extension, but if you are on Scratch 3.0, then you're good. Okay, so the first block we'll need is a key. So for me, if I press the green flag and the code works, to me it sounds very boring, so I press a key. So usually I take the space key or the S key as in start, but this time we are going to take the G key as in go. You can take whichever you want, but I'm going to take G as in go. Okay, so the second code we need is ask, like from sensor. So the pencil will ask a question. Hey guys, do you want me to draw squirrels or doodles? So we'll drag that and say, do you want me to draw squirrels? So we'll type that in the question. Do you want me to draw a doodle? I'll write doodle because it looks more like a doodle. And also of course Scribblebots don't usually do that because they are made of some different kind of mechanism, but it's made in Scratch. It's made by Chiragdeep, so of course it should have a twist. Okay, so the next code we'll need is an if statement that will say if answer is equal to yes, then do a particular code. Okay, so we'll go to controls and controls. I went to events, but controls, and then we'll say if. We'll grab the if and then statement, and then and then we'll say we'll again we'll go to operators, and then we'll grab the equal to block, then we'll put it right there. Oops, yeah. And then instead of 50 we'll write yes, and we'll go to sensing again, and we'll grab the thing that says answer just below the question. So if answer is equal to yes, then okay. So if the answer is equal to yes, then it has to ask one more question, that is enter the the design number. So really we'll not give an option, because the number the person inserts will actually create another design. So it's a little bit confusing, but uh, once I create the code, it will be quite easy to understand. Okay, so let's say in so I don't want to actually ruin what will it do, so I'll just type up enter a number please. Okay, so enter a number please, and we can put, actually we'll remove the please. You can design the question according to your convenience. I'll remove the please and we'll say exclamation mark. Okay, so the next thing we need is go to 0 and 0. So the coordinates should be 0 to 0, that is 0 0, that is right in the center. So for that I'll go to motion. Oh, the first block in motion, and we'll set this to, oops, remember this whole code should be in yes, like as an if, it should be in the if or then statement. Okay, let's test this out. Okay, so I'll press the G key. It asked a question, so I'll say yes. Then it will ask another question, so I'll insert a random number like 5555555, and then it will do nothing, but it will go to 0 0. So first it was here, and then it went somewhere in the center over here. I don't know where the center is actually, but yeah, it went in the center. Okay, so the next code we really need is we need is set pen color to red. So for that we need to go to the pen extension we added, and we'll take this block right over here, set pen color to. And then the cool thing about this is we can actually set the colors. So I'll do that. So I'll adjust the color to red, because it's the first color on the line, and then the game begins here. Okay, the next code we really need is erase all. So if it's a code, like if it's a design from the previous drawing or something, so to erase that we need this block that says erase all. We'll just attach there, and then we'll say pen down. So basically after this, if it moves, it will leave a trail of pen mark or pencil, whatever. Okay, pen, oops. Okay, so erase all should be before pen down, or else it will erase everything and nothing will work. So the next code we need is set my variable to answer. So basically the number we are inserting will actually be the number of rotation of the pen. So what we are doing is the pen will move a bit and then turn a bit, then move a bit and then it will turn a bit. So that's why we'll go to variable, and we'll make a new variable, or we'll rename the my variable thing, or because my variable is just particularly for this sprite, so we'll go to my variable, make a new variable, we'll keep it for all sprites, and then we'll say degrees, DEGREES, and okay, there it is. Then we'll say set my degree to answer. So for that we need to go to sensing again, set it to answer, and there it is. So the next code we need is turn my variable degrees or turn the new variable, turn degrees. So for that we'll go to motion, we'll take turn 15 degrees anti-clockwise, then we'll go to variables. From there we'll grab the block that says degrees. Okay, so now it will always move whatever number we insert, it will turn that amount of degrees. So let's test this out. It's asking us a question. Good, it's working. YES, yes. Let's make sure we have typed yes, and I typed yesta instead of yes. Okay, now I'll insert a number 4 5 3 2 1. Then it is rotating, but it's not moving because we didn't insert a move 10 steps block. So for that we need to go to, we'll need the block that says first of all, every time it every time it moves, it needs to change its pen color by 10. So first of all, let's go to pen, and we'll go to change pen color by 10. So what this will do here is, when it's set to red, it will every time it will increase by a number of 10. So first this, it will increase like that, but it will increase and we'll not see this thing, so we don't have to do it manually. So that's the cool thing about it. And set and instead of 10 we'll do it to 1, so that we can view every color in our design. And also one important block we need here is change saturation by 10 each time. So it's basically change color by we'll grab the same block, and instead of color we'll keep it to saturation, and we'll keep the brightness the same. Okay, so the next code we need is move 100 steps. Okay, so let's go to motion, and we'll change this to 100 instead of 10, because 10 is so less. I can't believe it. Why is it 10? Then we'll we'll grab the block that says turn 120 degrees anti-clockwise, 120 degrees. So I know we inserted that code in the beginning, that turn degrees, like turn the variable degrees, but we really don't need that. So we'll need this code, and then we need to put this whole thing in a repeat 36 times. So okay, so it's turning a bit confusing, but let's go. So we'll take this repeat and we'll put it right over here that says turn 15 degrees, and we'll change that to 36 times. And then we'll take one more repeat and insert it right over here that says move 10 steps and turn 120 degrees. Okay, and one more thing we need to make sure is the loops. If the loops are in wrong position, then the code will not work. Okay, let's test it out. So first of all, I'll also make one more change. So I'll right click on the variable, not right click, I mean left click, or I'll try to drag it. Okay, there it is. So when we click on it, it gives us an option to make it like normal readout, large readout, or slider view. So I did it to large readout because it looks more clean, and also I didn't name it properly. So yeah, okay, G, then I'll press yes, or I'll type yes, then I'll insert 1 degree. Let's test it out. Okay, so you can see the pencil is moving. It's just creating a single dot, as you guys can see. That's because we didn't change it to 100. It's still 10. So let's test it out again. So I was just doing this so that you guys can make sure that even a small mistake like the number of steps will destroy the whole code. So let's be a little careful. Okay, so GYES, and then let's say 1. I love 1 degrees. Okay, so a Scribblebot is kind of ready. Look at that. Okay, now 1 degree is turning out to be almost the same colors like the first 3 colors. So instead of the first 3 colors, we'll keep it to 10. I feel like 10 is good. Like 10 is better than 1 degree because there's so less time to rotate. So G. Oh, sorry. First I need to stop it. Okay, let's stop that. Let's press the G key and then let's type yes. Then we'll type 2, 3, 1, 4, or let's type 1. I like 1. Okay, now let's see. Now in the beginning we can see a lot of colors. Let's see what's the end result. Oh cool, this looks kind of cool. And you can test out the numbers, like different numbers, so it can take a lot of numbers, like it's almost near infinite. Let's test it out again. G, yes. Then let's say a large number. So now I was doing single digit, but if we do that large, it will just create a single triangle. So we'll reduce it to this, or 2 more. Okay, let's do that. Okay, now the design is looking it's not looking good, but we should wait till the end product. Sometimes it turns out to be good, sometimes it turns out to be bad, but here, look at that. Looks pretty cool. It looks like a mesh with triangles and stuff, and it also creates a circle, a cool looking circle. But now one problem in this thing is, if we enter full screen and if we try that, the pencil doesn't move. So whenever the drawing stops, the pencil is on the code, so we can't really see it. So for that, what we'll do is we'll go back to our code. We'll go to sensing. We'll scroll down a bit. So, and we will drag out this block that says set drag mode to draggable. So I will plug this right over here in the beginning. So set draggable to draggable, and set drag mode to draggable, and then ask a question. So let's see what it is. Okay, let's do G, then let's do yes. Now I'm just inserting 1 degree because it is a lot quicker, and yeah, but you can insert very large numbers. And I like the speed of the pencil. It moves so fast, it doesn't give the viewer to see what it is drawing, so that we can't copy the design. Okay, so now we don't need to press the G key again because it's already draggable. Yay! So now we can see the full design. Cool. Okay, now we'll go to escape. Okay, but now what if a person inserts no, like in the answer? So we'll say we'll copy this code over here. We'll say duplicate. We'll insert it right there. We'll scroll down, but before that we'll just say goodbye to that code, and then we'll scroll more down and we'll attach this right at the end over here. And if the answer is equal to no, then go to looks, then grab say hello for 2 seconds. then we can type our own message. I'm going to type you are wasting my talent, but your wish, or I'll let that be. So you can type a message that you want, and you can also and I'll change the seconds to 5 seconds so that the reader gets bit of a time to read that thing. But you can keep it to 2 seconds if you are a bit fast, like fast reader. Okay, so let's try that again. Now this time I'll insert a no. Oops, sorry. Just a sec, I'll stop that. Okay, G, and then I'll insert no instead of a yes. Let's see. You are wasting my talent. Okay, so for the R, I didn't write ARE on purpose because I wanted to give a bit of a slang. You are, like that. So bit of slang, but upon again your wish, like your message, your wish. And then what if somebody doesn't insert a yes, doesn't insert a no, and says like that, a random message, so it does nothing, and that's sort of boring. So for that I'll duplicate this code, duplicate, and right there, and now I'll go to operations, and I'll grab this or statement, then I'll grab the not statement. So this part is very tricky, so you need to watch carefully. Okay, so I'll plug that the or inside the not, then I'll plug that in one of the, and then I'll duplicate that, and then I'll, oops, so that's one thing you need to take care. It should not be on the boundaries, and okay, and now I'll increase the code area and I'll say yes. So yes. So if it doesn't equal to yes or no, then the pencil has to say invalid answer, invalid answer. You can type whatever you want. I will be typing the thing I just said. Okay, so now one tip from me is that if you grab the code from or, so the not will not come. That's a bit confusing, but so we need to grab it from the not, like not, like I did now, and then we'll say invalid answer, invalid answer. Exclamation mark, please try again. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's test that out. And also I'll keep the time same, but you can edit it. Let's do it. Now this time I'll insert a big number because okay, G, yes. Oops, sorry. Never mind. We need to insert a random number or random stuff. So do you want me to draw a doodle? I'll say a random thing and I'll insert it. Invalid answer, please try again. Please try again. Please try again. Okay, let's try again. As you say, G. Okay, now let's insert a no. You are wasting my talent. Okay, dude, you have an answer to every question, or you have an answer to every answer. How does that sound? Okay, so now I'll insert a yes. Oopsie daisy. Okay, enter number. I'll insert a mix of number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay, now you can understand that this is the keyboard order, but still, look at that. So you can also see that first sometimes it turns out to be bad and then it turns out to be good, so it has an element of surprise. So I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, so if you like this video, please give it a big like and subscribe to my channel, and please tell in the comments if any mistakes or stuff like that, and see you in my next video. Till then, goodbye.